Most Christians are living in a state of financial cognitive dissonance. You want to provide for your family, you want to give to your church, and you want to be successful, but there's a small voice in the back of your head saying, "Is this wrong? Am I becoming the rich young ruler?" Today, we are going to silence that voice with truth. We've been told for decades that money is the root of all evil, but that misquote has done more to keep the church's hands tied than almost any other lie. We're going to look at why God entrusts some people with millions, why he withholds from others, and the 7 ancient secrets from King Solomon that serve as the ultimate blueprint for wealth.
Let's address the elephant in the room. There are 2 extremes in the church. On one side, you have the prosperity gospel, which treats God like a vending machine. Give $10 to get $100. It's transactional and often predatory. On the other side, you have the poverty gospel, which suggests that the more you suffer and the less you have, the holier you are. But here is the reality. Poverty is not a fruit of the Spirit. Think about the parable of the talents in Matthew 25. The master gave 3 servants different amounts of money. He didn't praise the one who just kept it safe. He praised the ones who multiplied it. The question isn't how much money do you have. The question is who owns your heart. Money is an amplifier. If you're a greedy person, more money makes you a monster. If you're a generous person, more money makes you a world changer.
Solomon didn't just have faith, he had a system. Before we dive into these 7 ancient secrets, if you're finding value in this middle ground approach to faith and finance, hit that subscribe button. We release a new deep dive every week to help you grow your resources without losing your soul. Let's transition from the why to the how. Here are the 7 biblical secrets to building wealth that lasts.
1. The Law of Diligence. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. The Hebrew word translated as diligent goes far beyond the idea of simply working hard. It carries the meaning of being sharp, intentional, alert, disciplined, and consistent over time. Diligence is not noise, it is focus. It is not busyness, it is productivity. Diligence demands a hard truth. Many people are exhausted not because they work too much, but because they produce too little. Endless scrolling, constant consumption, and distraction masquerade as rest, but they silently rob you of momentum. God does not bless intentions. He blesses obedience expressed through action. Scripture is clear. The Lord will bless the work of your hands. But notice, there must be work. You cannot pray for a harvest you have not planted. You cannot fast for increase while avoiding responsibility. Diligence is how faith becomes visible. Biblical diligence means showing up when motivation is gone. It means refining your skill when no one is watching. It means finishing what you start. Many believers pray for doors to open while ignoring the assignments already in their hands. But promotion in God's economy often flows through excellence in obscurity. In this season, God is not asking you to do everything. He is asking you to do the right things consistently. 1 focused hour of disciplined work is worth more than 10 hours of distracted effort. Diligence turns ordinary effort into extraordinary results over time. When you align diligence with prayer, favor follows. Heaven backs hands that refuse to stay idle.
2. Strategic diversification. Ecclesiastes 11:2. Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8, for you do not know what disaster may come upon the land. This verse is one of the most forward-thinking financial principles in Scripture. Long before modern economics, Solomon understood risk management. He knew uncertainty was unavoidable, so wisdom demanded preparation. This is the biblical foundation for what we now call multiple streams of income. Relying on a single paycheck in a volatile world is not faith, it is exposure.
Faith does not mean ignoring risk. It means stewarding wisely while trusting God. The Bible never teaches dependency on one source. It teaches diversification with discernment. When one stream dries up, another sustains you. Strategic diversification does not mean chasing every opportunity. It means prayerfully building complementary streams over time. Skills, investments, side businesses, digital products, assets, or partnerships. God often multiplies provision through systems, not miracles alone. Joseph did not survive famine by prayer only. He stored, planned, and diversified. Many believers stay financially fragile because they confuse comfort with calling. God may be nudging you to develop a skill, monetize knowledge, or invest slowly and wisely. Diversification creates resilience. It protects your family. It frees you to give generously without fear. Wisdom says, do not put your entire future in one employer's hands, one platform, or one economy. Build patiently, start small, let each stream grow at its pace. When done with integrity, diversification is not greed, it is stewardship, and stewardship attracts God's trust.
3. The generosity gate. Proverbs 3:9-10. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the firstfruits of all your crops. Biblical wealth does not begin with accumulation. It begins with honor. The principle of firstfruits is not about the amount, it is about order. God is not asking for leftovers, He is asking for priority. Most people reverse the biblical sequence. They pay everyone else first, then offer God whatever remains, if anything remains at all. Firstfruits is a declaration of trust. It says, God, you are my source, not my salary. When you give God the first and best, you are aligning your finances with heaven's order. This is not manipulation, it is alignment. Scripture says the barns overflow after honor is established. Generosity opens what can be called a spiritual gate, not because God needs your money, but because giving loosens money's grip on your heart. Many people want financial breakthrough while still worshiping security. Firstfruits breaks that idol. This principle is deeply practical. When God comes first, wisdom follows, discipline follows, peace follows. You manage the remaining 90% differently because it carries blessing. You stop spending recklessly. You steward intentionally. Biblical giving is not pressure, it is freedom. It trains you to trust God beyond numbers. And over time, generosity positions you for supernatural increase, not just financially, but spiritually. When God sees He can move resources through you, He is far more willing to move resources to you. 4. The slavery of debt. Proverbs 22:7. The borrower is slave to the lender. Debt is rarely framed as bondage, yet Scripture calls it exactly that, slavery. We live in a culture that normalizes indebtedness. Buy now, pay later sounds harmless, but it quietly mortgages your future. Every high-interest loan for depreciating items steals tomorrow's margin. Debt limits your obedience. It restricts generosity. It forces decisions based on pressure instead of purpose. You cannot give freely when payments own you. You cannot move boldly when fear of default controls you. This is not about shame. The truth is not meant to condemn. It is meant to liberate. Many faithful believers are trapped, not because they are irresponsible, but because they were never taught God's wisdom concerning money. Jesus came to set captives free, and that includes financial captivity. Breaking free from debt requires humility, discipline, and patience. It means saying no now so you can say yes later. It means choosing long-term freedom over short-term comfort. Every payment you eliminate restores a piece of your future. God is not against borrowing in every circumstance, but He is clear. Remaining in debt is dangerous. Freedom is God's design. And when debt loses its grip, generosity regains its power. I know that talking about debt can feel heavy, but remember, the truth is designed to set you free, not make you feel guilty. If you want more content on specifically how to get out of debt using biblical principles, let me know by liking this video. It tells the algorithm and me that you want more practical how-to guides like this. Now let's get to secret number 5, which is the most overlooked rule for Christian entrepreneurs.
5. The Counsel of the Wise. Proverbs 13:20. Walk with the wise and become wise. Wisdom is contagious, and so is foolishness. Scripture does not say, listen to the wise occasionally. It says, walk with them. Proximity shapes destiny. If your closest circle is cynical about money, dismissive of growth, or hostile toward success, you will unconsciously absorb those beliefs. You cannot build a future that your environment constantly undermines. God often answers prayers through people, mentors, examples, and voices of correction. Wise counsel saves years of mistakes. It shortcuts pain. This does not mean idolizing wealthy people. It means observing those who have built with integrity in business, ministry, and life. Study their habits, systems, and decision-making patterns. Wealth leaves clues. So does wisdom. Many believers pray for increase while refusing instruction, but humility attracts wisdom. Ask questions, seek accountability, be teachable. Even Solomon, the wisest man, surrounded himself with advisors. Your inner circle should stretch your thinking, challenge your excuses, and normalize discipline. When wisdom becomes normal around you, progress accelerates. If you change nothing but your counsel, you can change everything. 6. The compounding effect. Proverbs 13:11. Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it. This is the principle of slow, faithful accumulation. Social media glorifies speed, but Scripture honors consistency. Most overnight successes are the result of years of unseen discipline. The Bible warns that fast money often disappears just as fast. Compounding is quiet. It is boring. It lacks applause, but it is powerful. Small habits, saving regularly, investing patiently, improving skills steadily, produce massive results over time. God's design favors longevity over hype. This principle applies beyond money. Character compounds. Reputation compounds. Faithfulness compounds. What you repeat daily eventually outweighs what you do occasionally. In a culture addicted to shortcuts, slow wealth requires maturity. It demands trust in process. It means staying the course when progress feels invisible. But those who understand compounding are rarely shaken by setbacks. They know growth is cumulative. God is not rushed. And when you align with His pace, you avoid the collapse that follows haste. True wealth is built in decades, not days. 7. The generational mandate. Proverbs 13:22. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. This verse reframes wealth entirely. Biblical success is not measured by what you consume, but by what outlives you. Inheritance is more than money. It includes values, wisdom, faith, education, and systems. If everything dies with you, the mission was incomplete. God thinks in generations. He calls believers to build beyond their lifetime. Legacy requires restraint. It requires saying no to excessive lifestyle inflation so future generations can start ahead, not from zero. Many people spend decades working hard only to leave nothing but memories. Scripture calls us higher. Wealth is a tool to empower descendants, fund purpose, and advance God's kingdom long after we are gone. This mandate demands intentional planning, saving, teaching, documenting wisdom, and modeling stewardship. Children inherit habits before assets. What you normalize becomes their foundation. Generational thinking shifts priorities. You stop asking, "What can I afford now?" and start asking, "What will this cost the future?" When legacy becomes the goal, decisions gain clarity. This is not pressure, it is purpose. You are building something bigger than yourself, and heaven takes notice when a life is lived with generations in mind.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from diversifying your income to leaving a legacy. I know it can feel overwhelming to try and implement all 7 of these at once. To make this easier for you, I've put together the Biblical Wealth Checklist. It's a 1-page PDF that breaks these 7 secrets down into actionable steps you can check off this week. You can download it for free at the link in the top of the description. It's my gift to help you move from being a hearer of the word to a doer of the word. Here is the warning. Deuteronomy 8 says, "You may say to yourself, 'My power and the strength of my hands have produced this wealth for me.' But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth." If your pursuit of wealth is taking you away from the Word, away from your family, and away from your peace, it's no longer a blessing. It's an idol. Wealth should be a tool in your hand, never a chain around your neck. I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 secrets is the hardest for you to implement right now? Is it the debt? Is it the diligence? Let's start a conversation in the comments. Also, I've put together a biblical wealth checklist based on these proverbs. You can find the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe as we continue to explore what it looks like to live a kingdom-first life in a modern world. Which do you think is harder for modern Christians? Admitting that wealth can be a blessing, or admitting that wealth can be an idol? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. I'm replying to as many as I can in the first 24 hours.